house, that's why I have them on here.
Welcome to another episode of I Can't Make This Up, the show about bringing people together from different backgrounds through true stories. I'm your host, AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. You can find me at www.ajdunk.com. Guest, if you would, please introduce yourself.
What up? How's everybody doing? I probably came in a little earlier. My name's PJ, Paul Mays. All right, I'm hailing from Miami, Florida, but currently right now I'm doing comedy in New York. So I'm glad to be on here. I'm about to tell you my story soon. I'm in New York right now. I'm chilling. What's up, David? What's up?
I got to keep trucking, keep this journey going.
I agree, man. There's so many things to learn. I'm just on YouTube learning how to cook, how to bet. I don't know, invest maybe. I don't know, financials. You know, just this is my time to learn. I want to learn a whole bunch of stuff I couldn't when I had.
Okay.
You know,
I didn't know how to cook. By who?
Kind of watching.
Who's teaching? Who's the YouTube chef?
I'm watching Trick Daddy on YouTube.
Trick Daddy. My guy here, PJ, is going to tell a true story that has happened in his life. I haven't heard it, so it's going to be the first time that we've all heard it. So while he's telling this story, you can comment, boom, 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 send it down there. I'm going to be reading it. You can have a discussion. We're going to talk about it. The thing is, if you have a specific question about his story, there's a button down there that looks like this. I want you to press that button, and once he is done telling the story, I will press that button, and I will look at the questions, and we will ask those questions. Yeah, let's go, Paul! In all caps.
Don't let me up on this very, very long-winded story. Nah, it'll be good. It'll be good. It's a funny ass story. I used to do, so I must have been 24, so it was a while ago. You know, I used to perform at this place called Fort Myers, and it was called Belushi's Comedy Bar, right? So this city, it's like old retired people. I'm talking about the average age of this audience is about 80 years old, like old, white, decrepit, like the old, it's just their grandchildren and old white people. So I used to bomb every day. I used to go in there. It was my big time because Miami had no comedy club. So I had to drive 2 hours to get to the comedy club. And I would just bomb and I would stink. And they just hated me. And it would be like two younger white kids be like, thanks for teaching my grandfather about your race and keep it up, man. You know, I felt like an evangelist and for the wrong reasons. But, you know, it was but that's comedy if you go into some places. But it was rough. I used to hang there by myself and I'd just be in the city for like 3 days, bored out of my mind and stay in a hotel, right? It must have been my 5th time performing there. And I was just bored as hell. So after the show, these young kids came up to me. And they're like, yo, man, I have $30,000 in my pocket right now. I'll front you $500 if you just play, go to the casino with us. And I was like, what? What? Like, I was like, I didn't even question it. I was so bored. Like, he literally showed me $30,000 coming out of his pocket. Like, it was spilling. The kid, I was like, yo, if you could drive, we'll go to the casino right now if you're going to front me $500. He was the 2 guys and a girl. So I was like, if y'all get to drive, I could drive. I could meet you there, or we could drive. He was like, "No, get in the." He's like, "Get in the car." So I was like, "Yo," I got in the car, and I was like, immediately, like, "Yo, bad." Yes, white kid. I was like, immediately, bad decision, right? Because we just entering like no lights, right? No lights. Like I'm just like one-way street, no lights. That's scary, right? Because casinos are always on Indian reservations or something like. So we driving outside of the city. No, I'm talking about, so they pull out bottles. They all start pulling out bottles, right? And so they bring a little bottle like SoCo, and they start chugging. It's like, yo, what are you doing? They start chugging it. They passing it around. They're like, Paul, you don't want to drink with us? And I was like, nah, y'all look crazy. Y'all look crazy. What are you doing, right? So the kids, like, halfway, like 3/4 done, and I started getting emotional. I was like, what are y'all doing, man? Like, we could get arrested, we get in trouble, like, we could die right now. Like, what are y'all doing? And then, like, bro, this kid looked back at me while we were driving. He was like, yo, man, you don't want to have fun, man? Like, all we need to do is get a good lawyer. Stop freaking out. And I was like, good lawyer, what the fuck? So I'm talking about cops cars. Cop cars are blocking the street in front of us. So I was like, oh my God, it's a DUI check for me. Like, yo, I made the dumbest decision of my life. I knew better. Like, my parents. So I was like, yo, cut to the left. I'm going to drive, right? So I'm driving these drunk white kids to the casino, and we make it, right? So this kid straight up gives me $500. So he's like, yo, play whatever game, man. You're the best, man. So I was like, yo, $500? Okay. So in my head, I don't really spend money like that. So I went right to the bathroom. I don't know if it's like a Haitian Caribbean, like first it was just like I just put the money in my sock, and I was like, yo, maybe I'll say that for medical school when I change my life around or something. So literally I came back, I'm walking around pretending to play games, right? I'm pretending to play a bunch of games. This dude comes at me with $500. He gives me $500, and he puts one of the $100 bills in this game, and he max bets, and then he triples it to another 500. And I was like, yo, I would have never max bet, and I would have never tripled my money if it wasn't for this guy. So what happens is I win another 500. I go to the bathroom. I put it in my shoe. So and my shoe's like, now it's like I'm on high heels right now. These dudes looking at me like in the bathroom, and then there was like a super drunk like duo of dudes. They were like, I guess they were trying to jack people because they were like pretending they won a bunch of money, but then they were asking people for their money. So I was like, this is weird. So I just went in the bathroom, stuck my money. They were asking about my money. I was like, I'm good, leave me alone. So I see the dude. He's like, come here, man. You're my coach. I'm gonna teach you how to play blackjack. This dude gives me another 500. So I'm like over 1,500 in my hand right now, right? So we play a little blackjack, but his friend gets too wasted with his friend. So they were like, we're gonna leave. So they left, and we kept playing a little, chill out. I ended up winning more money. I put it in my sock. Bro, I had like 1,500 when I left that shit. So to keep it simple, I drive the car. I'm like sober. I drive the car back to my car. And I told the guy's like, yo, it's like the sun's coming up. He's like, you want to chill with my family to go on a boat? And I was like, nah, man, we good, man. That was it. I was like, I already made a mistake with chilling with y'all. Like, this is the last time I'm going to chill with any fan outside of like certain parameters, but we good. You know what I mean? So the next day at the show, he brings his whole family. And his whole family's like, yo, we heard great things about you. You got to come over the boat and drive around with us. And I was like, y'all are crazy. Checking his money. And this dude was so drunk, he started spilling all the money out of his pocket. Like, literally spilling it. And this black dude looking at me like, are you gonna do something? Are you gonna jack this dude or what? Like, what is your relationship with this dude? Like, are you protecting him? Like, why are you watching him drop money and not react? Like, I'm like, nah, it's my boy. I just dropping money, You said that's how they got us here? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's a story.
Wait, I can't hear you. Hold up. Oh, because there's an incoming call. Wait, hold up. I thought I canceled it.
It's him.
Any questions?
Hell yeah, we got questions. You know that shit. Because that's what? That's not everyday normal stuff. Hold on. Okay, so I got questions. My man just pulled $30K out of his pocket and showed it to
Bro,
me.
I forgot to say how he said he did it. He said that he found it. He did it from eBay sales, selling shit on eBay. Yeah, see?
He probably took black people on a boat and sold them on eBay. That might be what he was doing.
This story is about the importance of learning your history.
Was that the best paying gig you got?
Facts, yeah, that is the best paying gig I ever got.
Shoe money. This is the first time I hear people putting their money in shoe boxes, but you was putting your money under your shoe. So what was you, about like 3 inches taller? Because you have 50.
Some people are just like that. They just like, yo, I got mad shit. I got a boat. I got a boat with no friends. Like, if you got imagine if you had a boat right now and you had no friends. Like, yo, you be hitting random people up, like me, like, yo, you want to go on my boat? And I'll be super excited. You'd be like, yeah, I got a dope boat. And you're like, and you don't even know me. You'd be like, I'm glad you like my boat, man, because I have no friends. That shit's real.
Were they in hundreds, 20s, fives, singles?
It was like hundreds. It was hundreds. It was hundreds. It wasn't even rubber band, to be honest.
Before we get out of here, I would like you to take the time and let people know how you would like to be remembered.
I don't care what y'all think of me. That's what's up. I really don't.
That's
yeah, good. I'm a bird. Yeah.
Here we go.
That jumps in the coffee without coffee.
Boy, that's a crazy ass story. Miami, though. That's Miami for you. That is Miami. We learned that people with a lot of money can be nice and can share it. Just make sure that you stay sober so you can get your ass back home. My name is AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. You can find me at www.ajdunk.com. Thank you again, everybody. Much appreciated. My name is AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. Don't forget, laughter is always in style, and let them know, Mom.